And here at the Forest Park Cross Country Kickoff in Forest Park, at the St. Louis Track Club Cross Country Kickoff with Eric Schott, the Missouri Southern junior to be, I guess. I guess official practice probably haven't quite started, but in the former standout at Cape Central. Congrats on a great sophomore year. I know it was a big year with being with longtime coach retiring after so many years at really building up the program for such a long time. His last year, and then also hosted nationals. So did you guys feel the pressure that it had to be really put things together last fall?
We didn't feel as much pressure as we kind of thought there would be. I mean, we had that good core group of guys, and we just kind of expected. I mean, we had those expectations to get out there and really show what we were made of.
Sure.
I mean, with Coach Rutledge going out, we kind of felt the need to send him out on a good note.
Yeah.
And we did that at nationals. So.
Right. And when I think of Coach Rutledge, who obviously it was a great year for him, with him not only hosting nationals but having a great day and finishing 8th, but then 2 months later getting inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. It was quite a year for Coach Rutledge, and when I just think about him and his great men's teams over the year at Missouri Southern, I just think just hard nose and guts, and maybe not the most talented guys, but guys that are going to just work their tails off and give it all they have, and if you die, you die. But if you guys can hang in there in those races and hold on, that it's going to go pretty good. So, so just tell me what it was like having that season and then capping it with a 8th place finish at nationals. And let's see, you said in 44th and just missed not too far off of All-American honors for yourself. Tell me, that had to be a pretty good day last fall in Joplin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, originally I crossed the line and I knew exactly where I finished. Because you're getting all the places from everybody that's out on the course.
Constantly,
and, You crossed the line originally and knowing you're 44th and missed it, and it was kind of depressing. I mean, I kind of sat down and just sat there and thought about, man,
sure.
I missed it by 9 seconds or whatever, and then kind of start walking around and getting back with the team, and next thing you know, you hear announced we finished 8th in the nation, and suddenly it's just like a party. Everyone's just kind of, all the track guys are there because it's at our home course.
Right. We'll scoot over here so don't get your runner over.
Everyone just kind of starts celebrating and just kind of having a good time, knowing that not only that the season's over, but knowing that we kind of accomplished one of our big goals of finishing in the top 8. And it was great being able to do that for not only ourselves but for Coach Rutledge on his last year. So.
Right. And could that day have gone any better for you, except for maybe a few seconds faster for you individually?
I don't think so. I mean, we were, like you said, maybe a couple seconds faster, and finishing in the top 40 would have been a little bit better. But it was just great overall, just being able to do it as a team and really have that celebration as a team.
Yeah.
So it was just, it felt really good.
Yeah. And obviously then changes with Coach Rutledge retiring and Coach Scheiding kind of taking over the title of head coach of the whole program. And tell me about what you're looking forward to this year for the Lions.
There's a lot higher expectations this year, especially. I mean, last year at Nationals, our top 5 were sophomore, junior, freshman.
Right.
So I mean, we got everybody back that's in the top 5 that scored for us, plus some new guys that we think can, if they hang in there and stick with the program, can make an impact too. So I mean, we have a lot of expectations, feeling what we think we can do.
Right.
Just not only on conference but with the national level too, trying to move even higher in the top 8. It should be a good year, like I said. It's going to be different a little bit, getting used to it in the beginning, just because it's going to be a different coach.
Sure.
I don't know if you can have anybody kind of be like Coach Rutledge.
Sure,
he's
sure.
so hard-nosed.
He's pretty
and
unique.
Just in your face with everything. So I think it'll be a little more, not quite as in your face as Coach Rutledge, but I think there's still going to be that high expectation with the coaching staff and everybody.
Right.
So.
And tell me where conference and regionals and nationals are this year? This fall?
Conference, I believe, is at Pitt State in Pittsburgh, Kansas. Regionals is I think South Dakota.
Okay.
And then Nationals is out in Spokane, Washington, out in the cold. So.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess I think it was 2 years out there, and I think it snowed, if I remember, just constantly, if I remember. Tell me tell me a little bit about today and coming to the Forest Park Cross Country Festival and runner-up finish to former Missouri Southern Lion Brian Lyons and the St. Louis resident and go St. Louis race director. Tell me just what about how things went today and how they played out. And
well, I came in today knowing I was in pretty good shape compared to last year. Kind of thought I was feeling like I'm in better shape than last year. So I felt I kind of had a chance to win it today. And then that first mile, it felt nice and easy, and we kind of took over from there. Me and Jake Benton and Brandon Shimoni, and kind of got to talking after probably about the mile and a half, mile and a quarter, and talking about how it's two Moso guys and then one of our buddies up front. And then Brian was right behind us, and we didn't even know he was from Moso until like a mile and a quarter in. He goes, "Oh, hey, I'm from Missouri Southern too," and so we got talking to him kind of in the race, and he took over. I guess Brandon Shimoni took over right before the 2 mile, and then Brian Lyons took over probably that last 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
And I pulled even with him probably about 400 to go, and then he kind of pulled away here on this last stretch over here and just kind of kicked away from me. But it was a fun race. I mean, we didn't quite have as much as that great rate. Kind of that race atmosphere, just because we were talking a lot. I mean, I talked to Brian in the last 200 meters, just sitting there talking to him before he.
That was his plan, probably, to try to calm you down and just get you relaxed instead of trying to think about beating you.
Yeah.
So he kind of tricked you into loop.
Yeah, but it was nice. I mean, it's nice to be able to run a fast time and still kind of feel relaxed, and be able to talk during the race too. So but it went well. So I was happy with it.
And tell me a little bit about the Southeast Missouri running community, and I think other places around the state get a lot of attention and host big events, but the running community in Southeast Missouri is really strong. Tell me about just the atmosphere and the mindset of other down there.
It's really started, like, the running community as a whole down there has really started to grow. Brian and Kim Kelpie took over ownership of the running store down there, and now pretty much every morning at 5 a.m. I know there's a big group of about 20 people that meet in the mornings and run down there from the running store. And,
sure.
It's really a big running boom right now. I mean, you go out on the trail out there down in Cape, and you see just people at all times of the day running, and it's great to see. I mean, we got Brandon's from right there in that area. Billy Layton's right from there. I mean, you got Notre Dame High School, Cape High School.
Sure. Cape Girardeau and Jackson, and then all the smaller outlying cities around it that really feed.
A lot of guys that are doing good things at the state meet and the high school level too. It's good to see. I mean.
Well, thanks for the time. Congrats on the race and the great sophomore year, and good luck. Stay healthy this year, and hopefully some more great things from the Missouri Southern Lions. So, all right. Thanks, Eric.